inside Globe Life Field. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Mets and the Texas Rangers. Just about to get underway. Mlbtheshow up to the dish.
Number 19.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boo. Things change from game times to your daily routine, but he sure makes the transition look easy.
And there's a ball. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Now a blooper back behind short. Makes the catch. One down. And now it's Juan Soto. An intentional walk here. Interesting choice with the bases empty and one away. So a man at first. Mlbtheshow26 up now for the Mets. And the slider just misses. Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position.
The designated hitter, MJ.
So up next for New York, MJ Melendez. On the ground, right side. Duran. The flip. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. In for a strike, and now just one pitch away from surviving the inning. That misses. Ball 3.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And that'll load the bases.
Oh, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Now it's Marcus Semien. And a count 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Soto at third. Melendez on second. Beatty at first. 2 out of the inning. Now a fly ball to right center. Nimmo on the move. But it's the center fielder who gets there. Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers. Yeah, that's fouled off. Got him. 1 out. So next to hit for Texas, Evan Carter. The 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Third, the shortstop, Corey.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Siegs to the plate now. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He sends it out of here. The Rangers score first. It's 1-0.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So 2 down. Josh Young stepping in for the Rangers. And a big swing and a miss. Next offering way off the plate.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
In the air, right field. And the inning is over. Back in Arlington, top of the second, Carson Bench up now for the Mets. Right through there for a strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Luis Torrens. Base hit center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Dives and he can't hang on. To second and he's safe.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Fastball gets the corner at the knees. Off the mark there, and it's 3-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
Mlbthesho26 gets a chance to hit. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A 3-run homer, and the Mets jump in front. It's 3-1.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
One down. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Oh. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack one on the board. It's 4-1.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And now it's Mlbthesho26. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
2-2 now. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. In the air, right field. Nimmo takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down. Next is the designated hitter, MJ Melendez. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
That's the ball.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him looking for the strikeout. Back at Globe Life Field. Now here's the Rangers DH, Jock Peterson. Up the middle. Sends it to first. That's one out in the bottom of the second. So up next, Ezekiel Duran. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Got him. Rusty Valentine rings him up. 2 outs, base is empty. Jake Berger, the next to hit. Fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. A solo shot. And they cut into the lead. It's 4-2.
At this level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch. Sinker on the outside corner. But he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of the park.
So 2 down. Alejandro Ozuna getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Next offering is outside. That one lifted to left. Soto really on his horse for it. And that is that. On to the third inning. Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. Here's a 1-1. Line to second. Snagged on the bounce. Whips it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Carson Bench up now for the Mets. That one in the dirt, and the count is 3-1. Outside, and it's ball 4.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
The catcher, number
And at
13.
first, here's the catcher, Luis Torrens.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
And that's outside. Check swing called strike. Full count now. This one in the air center field. Takes it in for the out. And up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. 1-1 now. That's to third. And that'll do it. As we go to the last of the third. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Danny Jansen. That one finds the zone. 1-2. Hit on the ground to short. Bichette fires across the diamond. Leadoff man retired here in the third. So the Rangers batting order turns over. Here's Brandon Nimmo. The 1-2. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He wasn't able to elevate.
Runner takes off. Hard hit to right center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Coming home. In to score from first.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they've rallied from 3 back. It's 5-4.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's Josh Young. And there's a hit. And the hits just keep on coming.
The batter, number 3.
Here is Jock Peterson. Runner on the go. And a base hit. Around second, on his way to third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Up next for the Rangers,
Ezekiel Duran stepping in for the Rangers. First offering. Runner goes. Hit on the ground to short. That's a base hit as a run scores.
That's 3 singles in a row. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He kind of rolled over on it a little bit.
So they turn to Craig Kimbrell.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now it's Jake Berger to hit. Runners on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Row to third. Save. Double steal. 4 runs already in the frame here in the last half of the third. That one is absolutely belted. 1 run across, and it bangs off the wall. In comes the run from second.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Runner on the go. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Runner on the go again. And that one lifted in the air center field. Taylor in position. That's out number 2. Danny Jansen to hit here.
For the Rangers, the catcher, number 9, Danny.
Here's a 1-1. There goes the runner. Pitch is low. Throw off the mark and he's in there. Runner goes again. Grounds one to short. Bichette. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. Back in Arlington, start of the 4th. Bo Bichette up now for the Mets.
Now pitching for
Jacob
the Rangers,
Latz taking over on the mound.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
And it's second. On the ground to first. That's a base hit. Bichette around third and headed home. The throw's offline. He's saved. It's 8-5. And next for New York, Mlbtheshow26. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Next is the designated hitter, M.J. Melendez. And a 1-1. That one fouled off. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4. Next one misses. Full count now.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
The kick, the 3-2. And they're all loaded up.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
Now the third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Now pitching.
Cole Winn will take over here.
Really tough spot to come into out of the bullpen. Bases loaded with multiple outs to get in a tight ball game. A lot can happen right here.
And that's a little bit high. And it's 2-1.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
The 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Here comes a 3-2. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. It's 8-6. And now Marcus Semien steps up in a big spot. Out to short. Flips it. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Ready to go. Bottom four. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Brandon Nimmo. Lifted in the air out to left. Soto under it. And there's one down. Now the number 2 hitter, Evan Carter. Ball to strike. Oh, what a stop. From his knees, the throw. And very nicely done for the out. 2 down, bases empty. Corey Seager digs in now. On the ground right side. Here's the tag, and he's out. Out. Back at Globe Life Field. We go to the top of the 5th. Carson Bench up now for the Mets. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Well, these Mets really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Berger. He takes it on his own, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. Right through there for a strike. Just missed. The Mets down by a pair, and we're at the top of the 5th. Caught him looking for the K. So digging in, Tyrone Taylor. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young.
Young. Now pitching for the Mets, number 59.
And a foul ball.
John.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even.
Runner on the go. Ball misses. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. And ball 4, 2 aboard. So up next, Ezekiel Duran.
The way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more.
Double steal. There's a ball. Throw to third. Too late. Safe. Double steal. Out to short. Bichette. Save.
Oh, he beat it.
So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Jake Berger will hit next. Runner takes off. Cut on and miss. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. Fights it off. He'll see another. The Rangers trying to break this one open. Last half of inning number 5. Next pitch misses, and a full count now. And that'll load the bases.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Now the left fielder, Alejandro Ozuna. Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. The throw in, stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. And they put the tag on him for the out. Can't get back to second, and it's a double play. Base is empty after the double play. Danny Jansen stepping in for the Rangers. Out towards right center field. Bench on the move. And that is that. Back in Arlington. Top 6. Bichette up now for the Mets. On the ground to third. Young tossed to first. Now 1 gone in the top of the 6th. Here's Juan Soto. The 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. On to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. 2 outs, base is empty. Mlbtheshow26, the next to hit. Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that'll do it. Back at Globe.
Now pitching for the
Luke
Mets,
Weaver on the pitch here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep this score right where it is. Seems like a tough task.
Oh, gets dirty. On the money. Nice play. So digging in, Evan Carter.
That's a ball.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
All over that one right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do.
Runner takes off, so a walk puts runners at first and second. Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter. Runners on the move, and they're all loaded up. Here's Jock Peterson. Here's a 1-1. Peterson just got a piece of it. 1-2 now.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
The 2-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Ground ball right side. Over to Bichette. In there. He's safe. Up next for the Rangers, Ezekiel Duran. On the ground. Bichette whips it to first. That ends the... Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Do you collect baseball cards?
You know, when I was a kid, I used to put them in my back tire of my bicycle so it would sound like a motorcycle. Probably ruined some good cards back then, but don't really have much of a collection. The other day I came across a binder that my wife had in one of the drawers, and my son's got some baseball cards. So we'll be looking to see if there's any kind of retirement income in there.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Ripped on a line to center. And he makes the catch. And there are 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Here is Marcus Semien. The 1-1. Slider for a strike. So my dad told me that he had a bunch of Mickey Mantle rookie cards and a whole bunch of valuable cards in his mom. Well, look at the bottom of the 7th. And now the first baseman, Jake Berger. That one misses. Ball 3. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. High fly ball lifted into air right field. Benj takes it in for the out. And there's one away. Here's the left field. Alejandro Ozuna, Huascar Brazoban into the game. He's into the game with the bases empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. And now it's 1-2. On the ground to the left. Beatty to first. And there's 2 down. Now it's Jansen to hit. Off the mark there. 2-1. Foul ball. And that's a strikeout looking. Back in Arlington, ready to begin the 8th. Carson Benj up now for the Mets.
Now pitching for the Rangers, number 68, Jalen.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Right through there for a strike. On the ground to first, Berger. He steps on the bag. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. And next for the Mets, Luis Torrens. This to center field. Dives and makes the catch. What a play. 2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning.
Back outside, riding my whip and Rodeo Drive. Shawty, I slip like Fredo Bank. Stay in your lane down 4-5. Big step like 3-4-5. Keep your cool, won't be no fight. I'm fresh like water, no daughter. Might tell a joke, but I ain't gon' lie. On my lap like evil genius. Jump out the jeans, just demon time. I'ma get it laid back like even Steven.